So this is my stopwatch, and this is my speech that I just wrote sitting over there. Everyone that got to this podium thanked the people that made it possible. On that note, I'd like to thank President Joe Biden, because I promised myself 3 weeks ago I would not stand at this podium until I took the second test on Basa V'Chalav. And Baruch Hashem, thank you to Joe Biden. Yesterday he designated as Juneteenth, which I just learned how to pronounce. I locked myself in my office at 8 o'clock. I hung the sign, which my children know means you don't bother Abba. It says Abba's on Wall Street. At 8 o'clock, and Baruch Hashem, at 6 o'clock, I came out of my office after my wife slipped some food under the door throughout the day. And I scored, Baruch Hashem, a perfect 100 on that test. So for that, I'm here. So Rabbi Kesselman gave me several options. He said, I'm going to make up a title for you. You can completely ignore it. You can speak to it. I'm going to do the third. I'm going to argue with it. It's probably the question I get most asked when I speak on college campuses. How do you balance Torah and Wall Street? And I always answer the same way. They're one and the same. There is nothing at all to balance. Now let me explain what that means. The Heilige Chassam Sofer teaches a story, a mashal, which is really a mashal for life. He tells a story about a man who could not earn parnasa and learns of a land far away called the Eretz HaChoshech, the land of darkness. And he says to his wife, maybe I should try, maybe I should go. And she says, absolutely. And he travels to this land, and it's known in this land, literally diamonds are laying in the street. And he gets there, and it's true, literally, there are stones, diamonds, emeralds, sapphires laying in the streets. He can't believe his luck. He stuffs his pockets with diamonds. He runs to the nearest inn. He asks the proprietor for their best room and a 4-course meal, and the man says, great, how are you going to pay for it? And he takes out his 6-carat diamond and he puts it down on the counter and he says, with that. To which the proprietor says, that is a diamond. And he says, exactly. He says, diamonds here have absolutely no value. Here, we need oil. This is the land of darkness. Bring me back oil, I'll give you a meal. So the Yid goes to another inn and he gets the same response, and he realizes that there truly is nothing here to be done with diamonds, and he empties his pockets. And what is every good Jew? He becomes an oil proprietor. And sure enough, he amasses a tremendous amount of oil. And he gets a telegram from his wife who says it's time to come home. So he hires the best wagons, he fills them with oil, and he heads back home to the land of light. And as they see him coming from afar with all these barrels, they think, wow, look what he's brought back. And as he nears closer and they see the oil dripping out of the barrels, they cannot imagine what happened. And he comes back and he says, I brought back the treasure from the land of darkness. I brought back oil. And his wife says, oil? Why? We don't need oil. You went for diamonds. Chassam Sofer says, a neshama comes to this world, and we quickly find out we can't pay tuition with the Blat Gemara. And a Smicha certificate cannot be used at a grocery store or pay for airline tickets. And we realize that oil is a necessity. Money is a necessity. And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu put us into this world to give us the ultimate challenge. If we forget why we're here, to accumulate diamonds, or if we make oil our sole purpose. The Rebbe said that we need a rabbi in every home. If I can, la'niyas daiti, be moisif to that, today we need a rabbi in every law firm. We need a rabbi in every accounting firm and every Wall Street firm. I took this Smicha program, even though Googling me you'll find the name rabbi all over the place. But I've always felt like a fraud. I've always felt like I've been driving a car and maybe a semi-truck, but I have never gotten a license. I saw Machon Smicha as the opportunity to finally get my license in being an oil and diamond proprietor. Because the emes is there's nothing to balance. For a Yid, Uvda de Chayil and Uvda de Kodesh is one and the same. And as the Mismachim that stood here before me, who are out there in the world, impacting people through tremendous Kiddush Hashem, now are licensed to do so as a rabbi, to bring back the glance and the shine to what the name rabbi means. A rabbi is a person, as the Rebbe foresaw with the whole concept of shlichus, that leaves the Beis Medrash and travels amongst the people to teach them the beauty of grabbing as many diamonds as possible at the same time that you're drilling for oil. It's not a stira at all. I cannot tell you how enjoyable the last few months have been for me. When I pick up that brown booklet, it's mamish a tainug. The work that went into this, the clarity, the succinctness. I walk away, it's my only taina is that I'm probably not going to get schar in olam haba because it's too enjoyable. People come up to me in shul, I'm completely engrossed, and they say, "What is that?" I said, "It's something I've never had before. Halacha was never enjoyable to me. And now I lose 6-7 hours in my office. I don't know what hits me when I delve into the shiurim and the material." Ashreichem for bringing this outside of the confines of Chabad and opening it up to the greater world. And with this, I will conclude my remarks. Hatzlacha Rabbah, Hatzlacha Rabbah, Hatzlacha Rabbah.